it depends on where you stand eh. No?
If you're on the left, you're on the debit.
Ang mangyayari
So,
niyan, ang debit, parang lumalabas, I don't know if it's an asset or what.
Ano bang
Ang credit
Anong accounting na ko?
ang lumalabas yan, baliktad eh. If you're on the back naman, iba naman ang
Palagay ko absent ito nung magturo si Professor Guanzon.
Kaya yun, no?
Sa kanila, San Beda yan, San Beda.
Ano ibig sabihin San Beda?
Ang accounting doon, di uso pala.
Nagbibidahan lang sila.
Nagbibidahan lang.
Okay. Ano ba sa Tagalog ang debit and credit?
Dagdag bawas yun.
Dagdag, hindi. Ang credit hindi dagdag. Additional yun eh.
Credit yun.
Sige.
Bawas, debit.
Pero ginagamit lang sa election yun.
Alright. So, in other words, ang accounting may some sort of galing din sa election process.
Ayan.
May tradition doon. Okay, let's go back to your practice of accountancy. Are there any such thing as standard fees, or how do you charge a client in terms of preparation of accounting reports, whatever that is, in terms of kanyang asset or in terms of gagawin yung will you enlighten us on that?
Oh yeah, of course. Me, I always charge fair, and then what I do is basically estimate the fees basing on the amount of time, especially for assurance type of engagement or consulting engagement, the amount of time it takes to do the job. So, and of course, you have to look at the financial situation also of your client. You do, because you can't just charge a company that's really losing a lot of money, a significant amount of your time. You can't charge everything, actually.
Yes.
So basically, what I do is I estimate my time, how much I would say spend on this kind of engagement versus towards the completion, and then based on that, I calculate my fees, and then I discuss it with them before I really start my engagement. So everything is up front basically, and discussed and agreed before everything is commenced.
Okay.
And it's the same for every engagement that I do, because every engagement is different. You might think that one accounting engagement is the same for the rest. No, it's not, because some clients basically do a shoebox accounting, and guess what? You have to do everything.
What is that shoebox accounting or something?
Pretty good question. The shoebox accounting is basically they throw all the receipts in the shoebox, and you sort it out and do it from scratch. So that means you'll spend a lot of time doing that. And then there are these guys who are very sophisticated, that they summarize already all the expenses and income. So in that case, you just need to analyze so that you can report. So that takes less time versus the shoebox that's given to you.
Kasama na rin,
Okay.
Kasama na rin yung pahabol na dagdag na resibo, yung dayang resibo.
Yeah, you actually have a rule of thumb with regards to claiming business expenses for your business income. Basically, the rule of thumb is if it's related to your business and it's not illegal, of course you can claim it. But if it's not related to your business, it's personal, of course you cannot claim it.
Okay.
So, ang doon, Tony, kung paano mo mapapaniwala ang CRA.
Sige. Okay. So, kasi may mga accounting hindi ko naman sinasabi accounting strategy. Hindi ko sinasabing practice kasi kasama yung standard dyan na may mga sistema na may tinatawag silang tax avoidance and tax evasion.
Correct. We call that the general
hindi ko alam
anti-avoidance rules.
Alin doon yung legal or illegal or something.
So we call those rules the general anti-avoidance rules, JARR. So JAR. So basically, what you this is being observed through most practitioners. There are certain things you do which are called tax evasion. And there are things you call this avoidance, like when you do your tax planning with public practitioners like me.
That's the tax avoidance to reduce
and that's legit. Everything is provided for under the tax code.
Okay.
So of course you can avail of those things. If you're a tax practitioner and that is given to you to avail of course you should, because that's what you should do. Maximize the tax savings and minimize the tax liability as much as you can.
Meron ako naalala Ramon, about
yes.
When you get your earnings, right?
Right.
You're taxed on that one, right? Yung pagka income tax,
Well,
di ba?
when it's a taxable earnings, you get
Yeah,
taxed
okay.
because they're non-taxable earnings.
Okay.
And then we'll expand to that.
Yes, okay. From there, right?
Right.
Di kumita ka na. Tapos nun, na-tax na siya, na-tax na nila yun, di ba?
All right.
Pagka tanggap mo, tinax mo. Now, inilagay mo sa RRSP.
Okay.
Tapos nung winidraw mo, itinax ka na naman.
Kasi winidraw mo.
Yes.
The rule is, here's the thing. When you
My question here is that
Okay,
it
what's
was
the question?
already taxed before. Now you put it in an RRSP.
No.
Now there's another tax again.
That's where you're wrong. Basically, when you're earning something like you earn 80,000 during the year, you contributed 10,000 to your RSP.
Yeah.
This 10,000 contribution,
It's not
and pay attention, should be deducted from your taxable income. So therefore, if you have 80,000 in earnings, this should be deducted with 10,000 in your RSP contribution because that's a deduction, assuming you have the room to contribute. I mean, that's another topic for discussion. But basically, your taxable earnings, therefore, is 70,000. So let's go back to your statement earlier. You're not taxed on that 10,000 you contributed. So the purpose is basically to defer your income. So later on, when you retire, you take that money. That's the time it becomes taxable as part of your income. Now, since you withdraw that money earlier, but you withdraw RSPs because you want to go on vacation, you want to go home in the Philippines, have fun. Of course, that money you withdraw that you
Taxable.
previously claimed for deduction, now the reverse will happen because you withdraw it, it will be added to your taxable income, and you have to pay tax. The only thing is, if you already have 80,000 income during that year, the 10,000 you withdrew will be added on top of your existing income. So your taxable income
will go up.
your bracket will go up. So your 80,000 income plus the 10,000, you will be at the 90,000
So
bracket.
there is no double taxation in what
There
you're
is no
saying.
double taxation.
Okay.
Basically,
Just
but
wanted to
the
clarify.
impact could be bad because when you contributed, you were probably
On a lower
on a lower bracket, but then you withdrew it, you're taxed at the higher brackets. But the
Nagtatanong na
idea
kasi
there
ito
is
po eh.
you shouldn't be withdrawing it. You should be withdrawing it at the later stage in your life when you
When
need
you
it,
are-
when you retire.
retire.
That is correct.
When your bracket is
Or you are unemployed.
Or when you are unemployed, that is correct. Yeah.
So, ang tatanong
That was
nito,
the
malapit na kasing mag-retire.
Retire.
Kaya naghahanda na siya.
That's a pretty good question, and that statement should
Okay.
be for everyone. I mean, I get asked a lot of questions why they are paying so much taxes.
Babatiin muna natin si yung bagong dating.
Oh, sige.
Si Joe Damasco.
Oo nga, at pasensya na kayo at na ano ako sa traffic maaksidente sa 401.
Oh.
Anyway, magandang umaga sa iyo, Ramon. At,
Morning.
para siguro hindi mo masyado ako nakikilala pero ako nandiyan nakalagay dyan, press.
Oo, masaya si Joe kasi
Kaya ang hawak niya pala
nanood siya ng ng ASAP nung isang linggo.
Oh, that's nice.
Oo, nagkakagulo sila doon
At lahat ng mga artistang magaganda nandun pa sa tabi niya.
Oh, wow.
Press daw ko na o preso?
Fresh siya ngayon.
Press.
Oh, fresh na fresh.
Anong dala mo?
Akala ko
Anong
preso.
dala? Kawali o plancha?
Okay.
Plancha.
Kuwan muna po tayo. Maghanap buhay muna po tayo.
Kumusta kabayan? Ito si Rafael Nebres, General Manager ng Action Honda. Para makatipid, mapabilis, pagbili ng Honda sasakyan, kami laging may paraan. Laging may sales events at promotion, tama sa iyong kakayahan. Please call us at 416-281-1234, 416-281-1234. Bibili ka o hindi, it's always my pleasure to talk to kababayan. Mabuhay!
Hello po, ito si Belita Corrales. Kumusta na kayong lahat? Sa yumak na magsama-sama, ipadala ang ating cargo. Serbisyo ay hindi nagbago. Ang yumak ay totoo. Saan pa man ang iyong pamilya, ang yumak ay mayroong serbisyo. Kahon ninyo'y walang peligro. Darating, maayos at magaling.
Kayo nakikinig sa Talakayan.
PinoyRadio.com.
Ayan, pakinggan natin ang pananaw ni Don Katoni.
Okay, ang aking pong topic ngayon ay maiksi lamang. Ang pag-usapan natin ay mga nangyayari sa Pilipinas. First off, we have the President Duterte is defending the police involved in the killing in Osamis City. Mayor Reynaldo Parohinog kasama yung wife and 14 others. According to the lawyer of the family, it's a massacre. But according to the police, it's more of military operations involving perhaps drugs, and there was some sort of a fight between the family of the mayor and the mayor himself who died, and also the police. And some other people, politicians, are saying it's a dubious police operation. Anong masasabi niyo ron? It's a part of AGK again? It's a part of drug bust something?
It's
or
part
it's one
of the stupidity of Duterte.
Okay.
Yan. Why would he support these people na he's not supposed to support this police?
Yes.
That's their job.
Yes.
But for him to say na, tama ang mga police, tama sila, tama yun.
Para rin yung nangyari sa yung isang mayor din, ano?
Espinosa.
Nasa
Si
kulungan
Espinosa.
yun.
Pero sinabi na kagad ng presidente na
Absuelto.
absuelto yun. Kaya nga, yung Superintendent Marcos was, I think, suspended or something like that. But later
Reinstated.
on, how's that?
Reinstated.
Yeah, it was suspended or something, and then later on was reinstated.
Yeah.
So wala nangyari sa kasong ito. Ganon din kaya mangyayari sa kaso ni ng Osamis City Mayor?
It depends.
Most
Kasi-
probably.
No, depends. Kasi circumstantial evidence dyan, pare ko. It has to be first approved by the investigators, the prosecutors.
SOC o yung SOCO.
You have to prove it first na tama sila.
Okay.
Kasi kung mapatunayan na tama sila, dali sila doon.
Pero ang nangyari kay Marcos is that ang sabi ng NBI, murder. Sabi ng Senate, murder.
Oh.
Inabsuelto ng Department of Justice, sabi nila, is homicide.
Dahil alam mo naman ang Secretary of Justice under ng President, nang sinabi ng President, huwag mo nang kukontrahin. Pero ang nangyari nga sa ating Senado at yung NBI, sinabing ganito, pero walang nangyari.
Kaya nga.
So
ano ang gagawin?
Anong gagawin mo sa Presidente? So yun ang mahigpit na kwan. At si Noynoy Aquino rather is also starting to criticize now the many activities or behavior of President Duterte, and sabi niya brutal na campaign yun versus illegal drugs. Ang sabi naman ni Presidente Duterte, pagka na-involve si Noynoy Aquino, pupugutan niya ng ulo if once he is involved. Mabigat na labanan ito. Baka umpisa na ng kwan talaga ito. Labanan ng kwan ng mga politiko. And it might lead to some destabilization. Dahil mag-uumpisa ng kwan, di ba?
Labasin mo sila lahat muna.
Okay.
Hanggang hindi lumalabas yung mga yan, puro circumstantial yan.
Ganun ba yun?
Sabi nila, palabasin mo na sila. Let them prove it in court or in public that they are supposed to be this and this and this and that.
Oh, yeah.
Para magkaalaman na eh.
Yeah. Pero alam mo, tatagal pa ng 4-5 taon ang ating presidente. Ano kaya sa 5... ito, 1 year pa lang. Marami na nangyayari na kwan eh. Paano na kaya ang ating bayang sinilangan? Okay, let's move on. At ngayon, matanong ko naman kayo sa nangyayari sa ating customs. ang Customs Commissioner ay maraming, nakadalawa na yata mula na umupo si President Duterte. Ngayon naman, inappoint niya yung, sino ba ito? Nicanor Pildon, isang military officer ito. Ang sabi ni Pildon, marami raw influence peddlers doon sa customs. Tagal na nangyayari. It's been going for many years na there are some congressmen or politicians who are engaged in, Padre, ilabas mo naman sa customs itong ganitong mga bagon, mga something na containers, at meron kang kita riyan. At umalma si Paldon. Ang sabi naman ng mga politiko, si Paldon din maraming kasalanan. Isa rin is nag-a-appoint siya ng technical assistants na mga atleta, yung mga dating PBA players. At may mga sinusubong for promotion, ayaw ni Paldon. So, what do you think of this situation, kaibigang Nelson?
Hindi mo na maaalis yan sa sa ugali ng Pilipino lahat yan they like for example yung sinasabi mga rekomendasyon i-promote mo ito, i-promote mo ganito, di ba? That is a Filipino tradition already, which is still happening. If yung customs that is a very delicate.
Yes.
Very delicate yan, kasi maraming pagkakwartahan yan sa yan. Unless i-isolate mo yung opisina ng customs na everything one stop, ipasok mo yung papeles mo dito sa isang bintana, lalabas sa kabila, walang pwedeng pumasok na tagalabas. I don't think it will ever
at
yung unidentified lahat yung mga papasok na papeles. Because when you like for example importation, para makuha mo yung proper tariff niyan, kung anong i-charge ng customs. Ipa-evaluate mo na sa central bank lahat ng description. ipa-evaluate mo sa central bank. So when central bank analyzes it, they give you already the then you import it. So yun ang basis na ng customs.
Pero may tinatawag, may accountant tayo rito. May tinatawag na undervaluation. Ganito ang one nito, contents or something importation or imported products, pero undervalued yun, kaya less tax ang kuha. Pagkatapos ilalabas pa, wala pa masyadong tax na ilalabas.
Ang problema kasi doon na undervalue na yung isang container. Nang binuksan, nakita, doon nagkakaroon ng pera yung customer.
Okay.
Or misdeclaration. Pag kasi, that's the most common mistake or intention. If it's intentional, that's fraud. So basically the government is unable to collect the right amount of taxes because the taxes is based on values declared. So usually yung mga ini-import na mga products sa Philippines, there's a predetermined standard set of values. The question is whether how often do they update the prices or the valuation, because if you don't, you're not collecting the right amount of taxes.
Right.
And doon nagkakaroon ng maraming argument between importers and the government, because tama ba yung and then of course the importers would prefer the lower values because
lower taxes.
So I'll give you an example. If current prices of oil this is just one of the best examples. The prices of oil is always fluctuating. And it's been steadily decreasing over the past several years, and now it's increasing again. But at the time that these products were lower, of course, the valuation should be lower. Now, if you are customs, your value is basically outdated, then you are over-collecting.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
All right. May na tayo. Jess, may kwan din tayo problem. I think the president is going to sign now the document stopping or ending the talks with the Communist Party of the Philippines. Is this good or something?
Good.
What do you think? Yung tatapusin na ang pakikipag-usap kay Joma at yung Communist Party.
Matagal nang dapat tapos yan.
Oo, pero
kalokohan ang ginagawa ni
ng president.
Anong kalaban mo nasa Norway? Kalaban mo nasa Pilipinas. Tapos ang nasa Norway pa ang nagdidemand sa kanila. Kalokohan na yun.
Dahil nasasabi nga nila the president is some sort of a leftist, of course, quotation unquote yun, no? Ngayon siguro nare-realize niya na kailangan talagang matapos na ang it's a growing menace, or has it been growing for the past many years na nagiging active ang Communist Party. May mga tambangan dito, yung mga attack dito. So kailangan siguro tapusin na yun, no?
That's right. Yeah.
Then once and for all talagang ubusin na.
Dapat pugutan na ng ulo lang.
If I may say something, because I'm not like naive to these things. I know I am an accountant, but when I was in my heydays as a student, I was involved in the student movement. So I was basically a witness to all these things happening from the start, because we study, we had a lot of indoctrinations to our say political student movement.
Yes.
And we see these things as an ever increasingly unresolvable situation, because there are two different ideologies. They want to change the system, and of course the government wants to let it stay the same. So the thing is, you think that somehow over the years, if these leaders really are effective and good leaders, they would have started to compromise something to resolve the situation, because you cannot force everything there in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
okay, before I end my commentaries, ang isa lang good news sa Pilipinas ay yung inaprubahan ni President Duterte yung batas na libre na tertiary education, free tertiary education.
State university.
For state universities and colleges. Yun ang kagandahan. Pero wala raw pera.
Wala raw pondo.
Walang pondo.
Next year pa mag-umpisa.
Next year pa.
Ang pera darating hindi ngayon, pero pinagagamit na yung kanilang portion ng
ayun pa. Naghahanap pa raw kung saan
i-charge
Sabi naman hindi ba sabi ni Secretary of Education, the money is there, hindi lang nila pwedeng galawin.
Alright. So, yun.
So, pinagagalaw na sa kanila, wala na nga siya.
Pero tuition fee lang yun, hindi kasama ang matriculation or miscellaneous fees. Minsan mas malaki yung miscellaneous fees or miscellaneous fees na tinatawag dahil may mga missing fees doon eh.
Sabi mo, tuition. Ano ba yung matrikula?
Hindi, matrikula is tuition. Iba naman yung tuition and
kasi tuition, iba pa yung matriculation.
Hindi, tuition and matriculation fees. Pero ang batas, tuition fees lamang without the matriculation fees. Kasi ang matriculation fees, it involves library fee, research fee, computer fees, laboratory fees, ROTC fees, at kung ano-ano pa.
Sabi nga ni Senator Po, it is not for us to say may pera o wala dyan. Ang pera andyan. Yun nga lang, kolektahin mo lang.
Ay, alam mo ba?
Ako, kolektor ako nung araw sa ROTC. Alam ko na,
kaya ka pala hindi hindi ka nagmamarcha, nangungulekta ka lang.
Trabaho ko eh.
Alalahanin nyo, it will cost billion of pesos.
100 billion.
100 billion. Saan kukunin ng Pilipinas yun? Unless magdodonate ang China, magdodonate ang US, magdodonate
may 9 billion
pang... Ngayon, ang North Korea, maaaring mag-donate na rin.
Hindi. Isang shipment ng shabu lang yun, ayos na.
Pambihira naman kayo. Yan lang po ang pananaw ni Tony San Juan. Patuloy tayo ng ating interview moment with...
kakanta mo na yung mga Pilipino.
Okay, bago roon.
Madrigal singer.
bago ko sabihin yung gusto ko sanang batiin ng happy birthday si Manny Binaday. Nagse-celebrate sila ngayon.
Happy birthday.
Pilipinas.
Andito.
Dumating na?
Andito
Dumating na.
Manny,
Happy birthday na.
alam ko saan mo ako dadalhin.
Ano daw, sabi ni Karen, rain check.
Okay. Nakadalawang beses sila within this year na 2 beses sa Pilipinas eh. Umuwi yata sila sa Bisaya or somewhere.
Meron isang
Okay.
Okay, ang Toronto Syndicated Network ay nagpapasalamat sa mga nakinig at nakikinig sa amin for the past 13 years. Kayo po nagsilbing inspirasyon ng Talakayan Radio Pilipino.
Musip pa.
Sige.
Yeah.
Oh, sige. Relationship between your accountant and you when it comes to court order. Diba, ako nakasuhan ako.
Okay.
Ikaw yung accountant ko. Anong extent ng ating relationship doon sa